Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and welcome to another episode of Never Have I Ever, where once again I just bring you guys weapons that I have never showcased on my channel before. And from popular request for the last couple of videos, I'm finally doing the G3A3 for you guys, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the very last unlock in the co-op gameplay. And it's not my cup of tea, but we're going to get into that. I hope you guys enjoy some defense on Operation Metro. I know every once in a while some people really don't enjoy watching defense, especially on Operation Metro because of the spawn trap type gameplay that you may have seen right there at the beginning. But I will say that I had a really good game in particular for this game, and actually it was a really close, really competitive game throughout, because after they initially planted relatively early, I believe we got a defuse, and then we had to wait out and hold off A for the majority, or yeah, I think that's A for the majority of the game. And the problem was that the offense had a really good flank on my defending team for a majority of this match. Just over here on this left side, on our defending left, they had continued to put the spawn beacons over here. They continued to spawn in. We had to keep coming over here and trying to clear them out. At the same time, the normal squads, this was only a squad or two, while the rest of the team was pushing pretty heavily from B and of course from their spawn. So really good game, really hotly contested game throughout. But let's get to the G3A3. Got off topic there for a bit. Let's go ahead and read the battle log, which says, the G3 rifle is one of the most widely fielded assault rifles in the world. Multiple versions of the G3 exist, and it has been used in countries around the world, including Sweden, where it is known as the AK-4. That's an interesting tidbit, I guess. This particular G3 is the A3 variant with a fixed stock. The long barrel and firing heavy 7.62mm NATO round enabled the G3A3 to reach out at longer ranges than most other assault rifles, but at the cost of heavy recoil. So, for the most part, all of that is true and holds true in this game. It does fire the heavier 7.62 by 51mm 30 caliber NATO round, so you will get heavier damage there. It does fire at a much slower rate of fire than most of the other assault rifles, only 550 rounds per minute. So heavier recoil due to the larger round, not due to the high rate of fire, because it doesn't have a high rate of fire. It does not have burst mode. Does have single shot option, which could probably come in handy if you had a magnified optic. I'm sure a lot of people would suggest using magnified optics with this weapon. I kind of stuck with the red dot just because of my playstyle. I've never been one to try to sit back and engage targets at long range. But to each their own. If that's something that you enjoy, then perhaps this is an option for you. Reload time is actually really interesting on this weapon. 2.1 seconds for an empty reload, which is actually pretty quick, and it increases actually over a second. It's 3.4 seconds for a completely empty weapon. So definitely an advantage if, like all weapons, but more of an advantage for this weapon if you try to reload with a round in the chamber as opposed to an empty weapon. And but once again, damage is where this weapon really makes up for the heavier recoil and makes up for the slower rate of fire. It is a 7.62 round, and it does have 34 points of damage at extreme close range, and that kind of gradually decreases to 32 to 31 to the 20s, all the way out to 22 points of damage past 60 meters, which roughly translates to a 3-bullet kill at close range, a 4-bullet kill all the way out to almost 50 meters, and then past 50 meters you're going to be dealing with a 5-bullet kill. That's the defuse that I got, one of the clutch diffuses that I got, but I did not get points for. I was pretty upset about that. The only reason I would rather just go ahead and use a rifle with a higher rate of fire and a smaller caliber, even though I'm giving up the damage, is because that for me in particular, just the heavier recoil and just the shot registration, just for me again, if you're going to try to engage at longer targets, I'm a little bit more accurate with, say, the M16s or the smaller caliber rounds as opposed to this heavier caliber round. So hope you guys enjoyed that. That's just the G3 in a nutshell. Not my cup of tea, but maybe you guys will be able to use this, and maybe you guys enjoy it. So I hope so, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like rating. I really appreciate that. Some video you may have missed last night. I had an exceptionally clutch moment with Sergeant Merrill and In the Works Media, and I uploaded that late last night, just a couple minute clip, and that's that video there on the left. I hope you guys can watch that video and let me know what you think about it. And then, of course, yesterday I did another Never Have I Ever with the FAMAS, or the FAMAS, as a lot of people like to say. So another interesting weapon that has been buffed and nerfed back and forth. So let me know what you guys think of that as well. If you're new here, just click subscribe. If your whole social media thing, look in the description. Other than that, have a great day, guys.